there's 6 experiments you can run to see if you can improve your funnel. So the first is you can always shrink your funnel. Right. A lot of people have these very complicated funnels with a million steps and a million emails. I talked to someone once who had a 29 email sequence before it got to the offer. And I was like, I don't think that's helping you. Right. But so shrink it. Right. So look at whatever you're doing and go, okay, there's, even if there's 3 steps, maybe we get to 2. Maybe we get to 1. See what happens if you shrink it and get to the offer quicker. The second thing you can try is the opposite, expand your funnel, deliver more value up front and see, you know what, maybe right now I'm giving them 3 emails worth of value and let's see what happens if I give them 5. Like again, you can play with the size and see what happens. Another experiment you can run is drive non-buyers to a new funnel. So if you have people going through some sort of funnel, let's say it's an email sequence or whatever, they express interest in something, they get, again, I'm talking about email, but funnels operate in all sorts of different ways. But whatever it is, they eventually get to that point where it's, you going to buy or what? Well, when they choose or what, a lot of times people, it just ends. But instead, offer them an alternative to buying that's a new funnel, right? So maybe they go through this sort of training plan funnel, and at the end of the day, they don't buy the training plan. But
Hmm.
you go, oh, or I also do nutrition plans. Do you want to learn about this? And so you ship them to a new funnel that maybe fits better for them, right? And it could be based on a sort of different transformation or skill, or it could be based on a different emotion. If you don't want a training plan, maybe you feel like what's holding you back is not the knowledge, but the motivation.
Hmm.
I put together a couple of resources about how to stay consistent or boost your motivation if you'd like them, right? So give them an off ramp that isn't just okay, we're done, and get
Right.
them down a different path. The next thing you can do to experiment to improve your funnel, test a different emotional hook. So emotion drives a lot of buying, and the chances are in your funnel, there's probably 1 or 2 sort of emotional pegs that you're going to, right? They feel overwhelmed, they feel confused, they feel whatever. You could take the same existing funnel and tweak your copy to play up a different emotion. So, as opposed to this is all about, oh, I'll help you figure out what to do because you don't know what to do. The next time, maybe you tweak it and now that funnel becomes about you feel completely overwhelmed. You feel like you can't do it. You feel like whatever. So switching up the emotions
Mm.
you can experiment and find something that clicks much better. The other thing you can do is you can split your offer. So a lot of times people are using a funnel to drive to sort of whatever one quote, and I don't mean big in terms of price, but like one big offer. You could pull a piece of that out and go instead. So for example, instead of just going through the funnel and then trying to sell them the $115 training plan, maybe within that you have a smaller offer that's a $25 1 day training exercise or whatever it is, right? But you
Hmm.
take a piece of that and see if that works, right? Do you get people? Is it that the big offer at the end, it's tougher to get them to convert and there's something sort of smaller along the way? And then the last one, again, we talked about increase urgency. Urgency is just the biggest thing you don't have to do it in a manipulative way. Don't pretend that this is the last day you can get the offer when that's not true. But, urgency can take all sorts of forms, right? I had a client who sold a product to high school basketball coaches. And, he can create urgency with the season is coming, right?
Exactly.
Like
Me too.
the
Yeah.
time the season is coming. Or if it's not the season, you can create a story of, you don't think your season starts until November, but the truth is what you do in the summer to prepare is what's going to lead to success in November, right? So constantly experimenting with reasons for people to buy now. And it doesn't just have to be discounts and prices and bonuses, although it can be all of that stuff. But it can be limits. It can be because your work is custom. You could go, for example, my clarity calls, I now only do 1 a month. So that's creating urgency because if you want a clarity call, like book it now, or otherwise we're going to be talking about 4 or 5 months from now, right? But so for
Right.
your custom training plans, you could go, I have limited slots available. I'm not doing custom training plans for everyone that wants one. I do X amount per month. And you've given people a reason to pull the trigger now, as opposed to going, oh, I'll think and wait and do it later. Or to reserve a future spot, right? So maybe they know they're running a race 6 months from now, but go, you should really buy and reserve that today. Don't wait
Right.
4 months because 4 months from now I might be full.
Right.
So
I like that.
there you go. So now you'll get all the conversions you can handle.